Hey, listeners, have you ever wondered what you're missing on the Patreon?
Let us ask you these questions. Do you like the Pre-Fixe? There's an extended version of it every week on the Patreon called the a la carte.
Do you miss your favorite dead celebrities? We have a medium who comes on to talk to them on the Patreon.
Are you an astrology buff? We have an astrologer who comes to the Patreon to read the celebrity stars.
Do you want to hear what we edit out of the podcast? Then you can listen to our cutting room floor episodes on the Patreon.
Do you ever wish we could fix you? Then listen to our all-tier advice episodes right now on the Patreon.
And if you ever want to kiki with other listeners of this pod, come to one of our hilarious live Zoom spectaculars.
Still not convinced? No problem. Head on over to patreon.com/fixingfamouspeople to listen to an example episode of each of these. Absolutely free. See you on Patreon.
Where's Shelley?
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, max out your savings. The more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free home delivery on any smart bed with base. Limited time. Check it out at a Sleep Number store near you or at sleepnumber.com today.
This is Fixing Famous People, the podcast where two reality television producers pitch solutions to save celebrities in dire straits.
But first, let's get to the Pre-Fixe, your weekly pop culture roundup.
Christopher, listeners, I know that the world seems out of control. It seems like it's getting more and more out of control every day, and you try as a human being to keep a handle on it. And then once every 4 or 5 months, a Kardashian does something that makes you know we deserve to be annihilated. I want the Death Star to enter the Milky Way and blow us to bits.
When the aliens come down, yeah.
It's seriously, Kourtney Kardashian is now selling lollipops for your vagina. I hope that's the first thing that at least 1,000 people heard this morning. I hope that their sound wasn't on and they turned it up right when I said that.
There's people have said I was blasting this in the car and then I had to pull over and then everyone heard you guys talk about like disgusting things and this is one of those times I feel like.
Well, raise the volume because I'm going to say two things here. The first is if she doesn't call these things twat pops, they're bigger assholes than I ever thought that they were.
Period.
Number one. Number two, in response, Fixing Famous People would like to announce that we are now marketing Charleston chews for your asshole. It's just, if that's what the people want, we're going to fucking give it. Is this the dumbest shit you've ever heard in your life?
Chews for your asshole.
This is why the Kardashians are actually a species smarter than human beings, even though we despise them so much of the time, is that they're always in charge of the messaging. These lollipops, the headlines will make you believe you are putting these in your vagina. You are not. They contain probiotics. Nope.
Oh, they
contain probiotics that are great for vaginal health.
Sure.
But I always think to myself, why would we ever even attempt to fix anyone in the Kardashians or their orbit? They're fixing us. They control us.
This is the sad part is if this would have happened before Kim put out the Merkin thong bikini thing, we would be the Merkin, the Merkini. Yeah, the bush. Yeah, the Bush-o-matic, whatever the hell it's called. Then we would be something, but it's your sister just did this asshole-ish thing, and so you need to stand by on your asshole-ish thing. And also, sorry, but Kourtney Kardashian, you're a loser.
Insufferable.
Insufferable.
She's insufferable.
Kim's insufferable, but at least at the end of the day, she's I'm starring opposite Glenn Close. So you guys can all fuck yourselves. And we're okay, you know what? I fucking hate you, but sure, you're right. Kourtney doesn't have that leg to stand on.
I wonder how that meeting went. I wonder how those meetings ever go. When, the cast of All's Fair, as we mentioned last week, did a screening, I think at Kim's house. They did a screening of Fatal Attraction with the whole cast, which include Glenn Close, Niecy Nash-Betts, Naomi Watts, Betts, and, does Kourtney walk in and Kim's oh, hey, Court, these are all these award-winning actresses. Please meet Sarah Paulson, meet Glenn Close. And is someone hey, Court, what are you up to? And she says, I'm making pussy pops. I'm making vagina lollipops. Nice to meet you, Glenn Close. Like, how does she even attend Thanksgiving in this family? I can't.
God, what? It's so sad. It's kind of, and remember she wanted to do Poosh, which was going to be like Goop, and it just never took off. She tried really hard to.
This feels like a concentric circle with that somehow. Yeah. You know, it feels like.
Oh, it is 100%. This is probably on Poosh.com or whatever the fuck it is. You know,
well, this other Kardashian thing happened this week where, you know, I guess they released a trailer for season 86 of Kardashians on Hulu.
Season 80. It really is probably like season 40.
P.S. Kim was on Graham Norton this week and pointed out that this is between the E! Show and this one, that this season of the Kardashians coming out is the 37th season.
That's crazy to think about.
Of the world following.
How is that possible? They're doing multiple seasons.
It was 20 seasons. Yes, they do multiple, like Survivor. They did multiple seasons a year in the beginning. And they did 20 seasons of the E! Show. And now, or no, maybe 30. And then like, wait, am I exaggerating with 27 or 37? It's either 27 or 37.
Regardless, they haven't been around for 27 years. It's not, regardless, it's a lot of seasons.
It's a lot of seasons.
That's like lapping the Housewives by like many years. Do you get what I'm saying? And they're after the Housewives, you know?
It's a lot of material. One concerning thing that happened with them was that in the trailer, Kim reveals that a brain aneurysm. And I guess they're blaming Kanye.
Jesus Christ on a cross.
I mean, as one does. I think if I had one, I would probably blame him too. Just because we're pop culture.
I thought you were going to say blame me. I thought you were going to say blame me.
I would never blame you.
No, you should. Yeah.
I would definitely blame Kanye before you, for sure.
You can blame me. I'll take it. I'll be like, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, if I do have an aneurysm, it will probably be because Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau have gone public with their, are we calling it a romance or a publicity stunt? What do we call it?
There was a meme that was like, this is like the 5th season of a show where they like, the writers ran out of things. I ran out of ideas. And so these two people are now dating. And that is what it feels like.
The funniest thing, truly, that I saw all week was a meme from The Onion that said Orlando Bloom was spotted out to dinner with Angela Merkel. Yeah, I can't.
That's been circulating for a while. That was back when they first.
I didn't see that till this week. I was tickled to death, and I sent it to everybody. Yeah, so they held hands in public, which is still a big deal, I guess, in 2025. The old hand holding. I wonder if she'll put his ring on a chain soon.
This is the problem. Not ringing on a chain. This is the problem, is that they both have shit-eating grins on their face whenever they're holding hands. Like, can you guys believe it? Like that kind of a thing, where they should be like, no, like pretending to duck out of the way of the paparazzi. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, leave us alone. Earlier, like, let us have the fake, like, I'm fleeing from you. Not the Britney Spears version, but like the real version where they're pretending so bad. Like they're like just trying to have privacy. This one, they're like, and it looks so great that we're together, right? And like everyone's gonna write about it. Like it's so on the nose and blatant and obvious.
Why what a strange choice he is for her. The whole thing seems. I mean, all relationships are weird, but this one seems particularly weird to me. Like I don't get it.
We just did an astrology episode that will come out on the Patreon like in the coming months. But during that we talk about these different women that are out of relationships, and like. We keep reiterating, like, I think they should just be alone and let them have their peace for 1 minute before men ruin their lives again. And that's like what Katy Perry should be doing as well. Mm-hmm. She shouldn't be shacking up with the next guy that's ready to be in a paparazzi photo with her.
Yeah. Go back to kissing a girl for a minute. I mean, whenever anyone's had like repeated relationships with someone of the opposite sex and they're not working, I always say to them, just try it. Just give it a whirl.
That's a splash. Her holding hands with a girl.
Do it. Just
her
do
and
that.
Cara Delevingne holding hands. Who's another like?
Well, let's level. How do you? I mean, it's easy to level up, but you just didn't for a second. You went the only step down you could from Katy Perry.
Slam.
Respect to Cara Delevingne fans, but who could Katy be with?
I don't know.
Like, what stand-up lesbian celebrity could we pair Katy Perry with? Or maybe that's not someone needs to even identify as queer. It could be someone.
That's what I'm saying. Too, like, remember in 30 Rock whenever they were doing the layoffs and the woman goes, we could just go in there and les out, give them a show. That's like what they could do. You know what I mean? Like her and like Whitney Cummings holding hands or something.
Sure. I would love that.
I don't know why I thought of Whitney Cummings because she's very annoying, but like something like that.
Even someone a little bit older to shock me. Remember when we thought Christine Baranski was fucking around with her
King Princess,
with King Princess? Put Katy Perry with Christine. Let's see how that goes.
Sure.
I love an age gap.
Yeah.
No comments. But I mean, I just like to witness one as well. Not just participate.
Yeah, you like to witness one firsthand.
From the inside. I mean, do we say good luck to these two? I'm not really that invested, to be honest.
Something we're not done with this. No, we're not nearly done with the news cycle of this. I'll say that.
This is what's going to happen. There's going to be some clause. I don't know the Canadian Constitution well. I'm assuming they have term limits, but somehow Pierre's going to get to run again, and Katy Perry, murderer of nuns, is going to be the first lady of Canada at some point.
Although they all have been telling me that everyone can't stand him anymore. Like, they're like, get him out of here.
They're done with Pierre.
Yeah,
Canada's
they're over him.
Pierre.
They're so over him, like left in disgrace.
Canada can tell me in person. I'll be there, by the way. I mean, how weird is it that I haven't been to Toronto in a billion years? When was the last time you were there before you were there this fall? If ever.
Last year.
Oh, you do? I didn't know that you went up there.
Well, to visit Katy.
You visited. That's right.
Katy.
That's right.
Yeah. But anyway.
But now we'll both be up there. Well, you were there. I will be there for my holiday show.
Yeah.
It was a real clunky segue into me trying to say at the top of the show that all of my holiday dates are on sale. Please go to domitary.com or go to the links on my page, which you can find through the Fixing Famous People Instagram. Yep. 13 shows, 12 cities, 3 nations. Very exciting. Toronto and London will be
Dominic. Think about
3
that.
3 nations, 12 cities, 3 nations. No chill. I wish I could make the Mariah Carey "It's Time" noise. I tried it this morning because I was going to sing it on this podcast. The thing she does that goes along with the meme of her being defrosted from that block of ice. It's like, it's time, but it's at a dog whistle.
Yeah. It's like her whistle tone.
I would have to take my testicle. I would remove them
you couldn't.
to make the noise.
You just couldn't. You just can't do it. Like, it's just simply.
Okay. And you know what? Neither can Mariah. So it's fine. She could a couple of years ago. So yeah, please come out. Christopher will be at several of these dates. We will not confirm or deny any at this point, but there will be West and East Coast dates where Chris will be there. The tour
feel
starts.
like I revealed them. Did I not?
I don't know if it was on a Patreon or on this episode.
Well,
or on that live Zoom.
I'm going to be on the West Coast.
You know what?
I'm going to be on the West Coast.
Live Zoom. Yeah, he'll be on the West Coast.
I'm going to be in LA and Palm Springs. I'm going to come into Nashville, and then TBD some other things, some other times.
New York, obviously, and then please DM Chris and tell him, goad him into going to the rest if you want to see
your
him.
city or whatever.
The tour begins on Sunday, November 30th in Seattle, where I have never performed before, and then goes down the West Coast through the center, back to the East Coast, up to Chicago, back to Boston, Toronto, and then London. And it's what this podcast is, but dirtier. And Chris doesn't interrupt me for you to get a breath of fresh air. It's just constant terrorism. Speaking of terrorism, the haggling that's going on between the Crown and Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson is like, just get out. Like, the negotiating of the titles. He'll now leave peacefully. He's requested 2 properties, one for himself, one for Sarah Ferguson, who's now had to renounce all of her titles. And supposedly, Wills got involved and was like, settle this bullshit or Beatrice and Eugenie are losing their titles, period.
That is like, to me, like the ushering in of him being like, I'm not doing all this like back and forth, like meandering that the father and Prince Andrew want to do. Get what I'm saying? Like, they want to like draw this out for 7 months just to like bleed the country dry of money while they do it. And William's like, no, like, I'll wait till my dad kicks the bucket. I'll fucking wreck you. Like, get it together.
It's the truth. He doesn't have the need or the, it's not to disrespect his grandmother, but he doesn't have the penchant, as it were, to like just keep everything quiet and retain the dignity.
No.
It's like,
and I like that.
He's aware that the dignity is tarnished with him
Decimated.
there, and that he's got to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you can't, as a member of the British public, you cannot sanction that your tax dollars are supporting a pedophile to live. And now he'll have 2 homes. So
yeah.
I know. What are those dinners like? Yeah. What are those holiday dinners like? Like, does he still go? Like, are the daughters talking to him? Like,
I mean, I'll never ever forget whenever they were like in The Crown, they portrayed this, but when they were doing a documentary about the royal family, and they were like, everyone like be together and like watch television and we're going to film you. And they were like, why would we ever do something like that's how they live their lives. Like we act like they like all have matching pajamas and they like go under the Christmas tree together and each give each other a gift. They don't fucking see each other until it's like in front of a camera.
And let me say something here as well. And I'm not accusing her of doing anything.
Here we go.
I mean, I'll even say I do think that she's complicit, but I don't know how much. I'm doing a little armchair quarterback. Sarah Ferguson always bothered me from the moment when I was a kid, when she entered the picture. I'm like, it wasn't just that we were comparing her to Diana when I was in high school or whenever they got married, but that didn't help, but there was just something a little, what the fuck are you doing here, lady?
I don't think her
That's
hands are
always
clean.
how it was. Something.
I don't think her hands are clean in all of this.
No.
Well,
and I don't think it's over yet either. Like, I don't think I think more shit's going to come out. I think when Ghislaine gets out of jail, she's going to just start flame-throwing everybody.
Will she ever get out of prison? How long is her sentence?
I don't know, really. But I love that you just said that to segue into, we do know when a release date for one Sean P. Diddy Baby Oil Combs will be. That will be May 6th, 2028. So now that an actual end date for his sentence has been given, there is very little hope of him getting a pardon. I believe it was confirmed that he or his reps did contact the White House to get one, but it was bandied about, but supposedly, according to multiple, I mean, do we use the word reputable anymore? According to the internet, a lot of people around Trump were really loud about that being a huge mistake.
I would hope so.
I mean, we feel like other mistakes might have been made. So I think Georgina should still be in there, but
sure.
She's out for Thanksgiving.
That one, I'm like, okay, we're going to, of course, this is what's going to happen. You know what I mean? You kind of know that it's going to happen. But like Diddy is the different.
By the way, how hilarious this week that George Santos tweets that if Zoran Mamdani is elected mayor, that he's absolutely going to leave New York City. And millions reply, Zoran is already cutting crime out of New York City. Well done.
Also, you don't even live in New York City. You're like from Suffolk County. Like you don't even live here. Get the fuck, you live on Long Island.
Leave, Kitara. Go do your cameo.
Yeah, don't get me. Plus, no, don't comment. Don't comment on anything.
He's going to ruin this, by the way. George is going to ruin this, which we already said last week. He's going to end up. But what I think is going to happen is that he's going to need to live in Mar-a-Lago for a little bit because he's not going to have a place to go. And then he's going to have some sort of falling out with Trump.
No, and there's going to be some cashing of bad checks or something like that happens. That's going to be.
There has to be something. There has to. He can't just live on cameos. And who's going to hire him for what?
For what?
Will he perform at Lips? I mean, will he just be doing drag as for a living now? Will he be at the private?
No, but truly, like, what is he going to do?
I don't know.
Other than prison reform, obviously, since that's his platform now.
Hot new couple alert. Chris Martin is dating Sophie Turner. Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson broke up recently. Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas, famously and angrily, have parted. Messily, I might add. And so Chris Martin is dating Sophie Turner.
I don't love it.
I find him so. I don't love it and I don't care.
I don't really care, but like I find her so beautiful and I find him so not attractive. Famously, I'm always like, does Chris Martin have cancer all the time whenever we see it at the Grammys? Remember? And you and Rebecca are like, you're terrible. And I'm like, that's not even the meanest thing you've ever said. Yeah. But he always is showing up with a weird beanie on his head that like a child with pediatric cancer would wear. This is horrible, but that's what I.
This is the only thing I will think about when I see him for the rest of my life. Anytime Clocks comes on my adult contemporary Spotify station, I will think about Chris Martin having pediatric cancer.
It's horrible.
Trigger warning: cancer, and we're not laughing at cancer. Don't do it. Yes,
I'm going to hell.
All the best people are. Hey, while we're talking about Dakota Johnson, some favorites of ours: Charlie XCX and Jessica Alba, who we do not hear from enough, FYI. They are appearing in Dakota Johnson's directorial debut. It is a movie called A Tree is Blue. That is all I know about it.
A Tree is Blue.
But they'll both be appearing in it. I think we are maybe a summer away from her becoming everything. But like a mini, I don't know. She might be more popular than Ariana now. I mean, she has owned the past 2 years, but
but no.
I sense like a small speck of superstardom coming for her. I think it feels like she's being groomed
if she's good in these movies, yes, for sure.
Yeah.
But she's someone, I always gauge it like, does my dad know who Charlie XCX is? No way. But does he know who Ariana Grande is? He sure does.
Well, he might this time next year. He might. I did see her concert. Was it this year or last year? Whenever it was. She's very entertaining. She was nonstop. It was just her 90 minutes. It's just her.
Oh,
no
she has, and she has
nothing.
a very good back catalog of music. I know a lot of people like know her because of Brat. Like,
right.
Don't tell anyone and don't tell my partner, but I think Brat's one of her worst albums. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she has a lot of really, especially Pop 2. And she also has a album that was called Charlie that came out right before the pandemic. And if the pandemic wouldn't have ruined it, she would have become extremely famous then. And it's like an album with these really good pop songs, and almost every single one of them has a feature on it, and they're all incredible.
Well, in a few years when she does her Eras tour, maybe everyone will.
I'll be there. I'll be there for that era. Yeah.
We don't normally do casting news on the flagship. We save it for the Patreon. But since we're talking about casting, I did want to say that Jennifer Coolidge and none other than Nicole Louise Scherzinger herself are joining a new movie that Rebel Wilson is writing, directing, and producing. And it's called Girl Group. And we don't know what the roles are that Jennifer Coolidge and Nicole will be playing, but the gist of the movie is that Rebel Wilson is kicked out of the reunion tour of a girl group that she was once a member of. Interestingly, also announced in the cast is another Pussycat doll who I'm not familiar with, named Ashley Roberts. And since I know Nicole isn't supposedly getting along with them, I just smell fireworks and I can't wait.
Okay, the premise
is hilarious.
Is incredible. Yeah. And to put Nicole Scherzinger with Jennifer Coolidge is really good. It is giving me Girls Five Eva, which is
a tiny bit, but
an incredible show. But like, it's giving a little Girls Five Eva, and that is a compliment. And I'm watching. And
this feels like I don't want to say elevated,
and I'll still watch it.
Girls Five Eva is good, but this sounds really good. Also appearing in it will be Mel C, known as Sporty Spice. She has a small role. I swear to you.
Oh, we're watching it. Have you seen her roll out to her new music?
No.
Mel C.
I haven't seen it, but I've listened to it today because my best friend sent me an autumn playlist, which I have to send you. It's really good. Yeah. And Mel C is on it, and it is a kiki and an ooh la la. It is really good. Really good. When all the solo careers started like firing out of that group, we pretty much consensus to that she had the best music of the bunch.
She also, of all of them, has the best voice. Yeah, like all the hardest vocals on any song are always her. And like her and Scary were the two like main singers. And it's funny because she was like pushed to the side. Like she's never in the middle. She's always all in the end. And like Scary's always in the middle because Scary's the leader. But like Mel C is the one that's always singing the highest notes. And like even the part I'm trying to think of like Stop, like thank you very much. Like all that. Like those are all those like big like runs and shit are all her.
But if you all are very young and you've never heard the I Turn to You mixes from like 2002 or 3 by Mel C, listen to them. She's very good.
You know what it was? Remember the infomercials for the CDs that you would get, like Pure Moods that had Enya on it? And then there was one that was like called like Pump Up the Jam or something like that. Or it was like like Powerhouse, like because there's like house music. It was like Powerhouse or something like that. And that I Turn to You song is in one of those infomercial ones. And it's one of the ones that they play. And then that would be like highlighted whenever the songs would be going by on the infomercial.
It's a great song.
It's a great song. But all this to say, her new song is also great. And Dominic, when you see her body, you are going to fall on the ground. She looks so incredible. Like, I didn't know that someone's body could look like this, is what I'm saying to you. Like, she's in the little French cut bikini, really one piece thing, and her legs, I was like, oh my God, like, wow.
She's in her 50s, right? She must be. Has to be. Yeah.
No, yes, Dominic, body be banging.
BBDB.
Yeah. Anywho.
Well, from one B, she's not a B, she's a C. We just said body be banging. This is, not all the segues can be Broadway bound. Britney Jean Spears. I didn't want to lead with her. People think she's losing control. Did she leave a restaurant driving intoxicated and swirling all around? The manager of the restaurant has come forward and said no. Britney has said that it was a look-alike behind the wheel and that we all need to get a life. She is right about us needing to get a life.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, she says it was a look-alike. I'm looking at the photo that either she or people close to her posted. I don't think it's a look-alike, but.
And like this is all happening because of Kevin Federline's book now. Because everyone has to now be like let's see if we can find her doing drugs today.
Right.
And
like this has driven
like,
her to the edge. Right. Like she's spiraling. Yes. People are fearing for her safety because of the book. Also, I don't believe there were several people, including is the author's name? Colleen Hoover. We're lobbying.
It Ends With Us.
Yes. We're like desperately trying to get Britney's book to be number 1 on the New York Times bestseller list this week, so it would overtake Kevin Federline's. I don't think her book went to number 1, but I do know that his book has been a disaster. It's just not selling.
Good.
So,
I mean, to be fair, her book literally was the best-selling memoir to ever exist on the first day that it came out.
Yeah.
Like it oversold every memoir that's ever existed before this. Like
it's already like a legendary biography.
Yes,
it's already. So
prayers up. What else do you want? Like what else could we ever ask?
And his audiobook is not even cracking.
Elongated voice memo that he just like. And P.S. I have not read it because Chelsea Devantez she read it for all of us, and she did in one of her episodes with Christina. They recap it and they play like 20 seconds of the audio of it. And when I tell you that his voice, it makes me want to jump off of a bridge. I don't think I can ever bring myself to listen to it because I will go into a blind rage and harm others.
I'm not going to listen. There's zero chance I'll listen to even one word of it.
No.
Also, just because we forgot to do our intro, allow me to say, hey, y'all.
It was like a mini Britney watch, though. It
was a mini Brit watch.
Yeah.
Because we just keep repeating the same thing. Every week, the same sites are all like, we're concerned. It's like, she's fine. Like, she's all right.
So am I. I pray for the woman every fucking day. Like, I'm concerned for her. Is that news?
We have a candle. Yes. We have a prayer service every day at noon.
Yeah. I'm over it.
All right. Let's move on to the next scandal. Lily Allen.
Yes. Here we go.
Is divorcing David Harbour of Stranger Things and Hellboy fame. So she releases what appears to be just like a diss album about her entire marriage and just like scalds David Harbour to death. I guess they had an open marriage and he took it too far. And the agreement was that money had to change hands and there always had to be a stranger. I know that these were the terms of the agreement because Lily Allen says them in the lyrics of the songs on this album.
Points for her for being petty as fuck. You know what I mean? And she's also releasing it like right as they're about to start doing press for the final season of Stranger Things, which is like the biggest thing he'll ever do in his life. And so that's petty factor is like times 1,000,000 and I'm into that.
Like through the roof. Like this is truly the Jerry Springer version of a Taylor Swift album. Yeah. That is what Lily Allen is giving you. Like Taylor will eloquently write, innuendo and nuance. And Lily Allen's just like, it was supposed to be a hooker that you never met before. But instead, I'm looking at the shit you bought her on your credit card statement.
Lily.
I mean, we love someone who likes to take the express. I'm the same way, baby.
That's supposed to be Jerry, like the Jerry Springer when they're saying Jerry.
Lily.
I mean, I love how petty it is. Although, wasn't she like being really problematic and annoying? Like, I feel like I don't like her now. But like,
I can't remember. What I do remember is that when delisted.com was the site I was going to, like 12 times a day, that was when she was peaking. Like she was around when Amy Winehouse was peaking and all those, like when you wanted a break from Perez and you wanted a site that was, no offense, just actually well written and funny rather than just like daggers. I would always go to Delisted and he always talked about Lily Allen. Delisted is even the reason that I knew who Lily Allen was. And she's got some, by the way, she is a talented artist and she's got some great, Fuck You is a classic. Is a classic song. It's not her only good song, but it's what sticks out.
There was a song that played all the time in BCBG when I worked there. And it was like, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. The conversation got boring. And it's a really good song. And and some rapper did like a rap version of it that it was like not as good. But I love that song.
Well, welcome back, Lily Allen.
Yeah.
You're having a renaissance now at the expense of a cheating husband. Although, those open marriage, it's, once you know what?
You really got
This is something I shouldn't speak on. Why don't we just...
Yeah, how about that? Yep. How about we just say, yeah.
The word open is such an open-ended word. So you just need to make sure that you're clear with everything before openness happens.
Yeah, how open? Yeah. Are we opening a door or a garage door?
Well, she's detailed the entire thing on this album. So if you're thinking about an open relationship, please meet Lily Allen with the pitfalls.
People are watching their Architectural Digest open doors thing and being like looking at it through that lens and being like, uh-oh, and rediscovering all of that. And then also too, she went to go be in this play in London or something. And she got this play. She was on the West End. And so she went there and he wrote her this thing. He wrote her a note in the flowers that he sent her for the first day. And he was like, these are bad luck flowers because if you get a good review in this thing, then I'll be really jealous. Something terrible like that. And I'm like, if I would have read that, I would have been like, get me out of here.
Also, who does David Harbour think he is?
No,
David Harbour, let me help you here. You getting Stranger Things was like a gift from Zeus, girl. How? And then you get to marry Lily Allen and then you fight. No, he's branded now. He's branded because of
it's rough. And she's going
Lily
hard.
Allen will see to it. Oh, yeah, she's going hard. She doesn't give a fuck. She's already Lily Allen. It's not a Hugh Grant moment for him, but it's, he's a douchebag now. We just know he's a douchebag.
Yeah, it's
forever
rough.
Inscribed in the catalog of his ex-wife.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll do an evening with or release a jazz album.
Goodbye. Or be on Golden Pond with him. It's his turn to be on the West End to be with
the woman. Right, with the woman he cheated with. They'll do an on Golden Pond.
Allegedly, it was someone that worked on Stranger Things with him. I don't know if this is real allegedly. But apparently it was someone. It was supposed to be random people that you would hook up with, but he was banging his coworker.
Interesting. Not Winona Ryder, right?
No, it was a crew member.
Okay.
Oh, because there's a Becky with the good hair.
It can't be.
Yeah, no, there's someone she names some name that's not really the person's name, and it's you and so in one of the songs. I'm hearing this all 7 millionth hand, so I could be completely wrong, but there's a Becky with the good hair kind of a thing going on in this album.
Got it.
And the person came forward and was like, "It was me."
All right,
which is drama. I'm watching.
Yeah. At first, I was like, it couldn't have been one of the kids, but it actually could have been one of the kids because those kids are so old now that I think in the finale, sciatica is one of the plot lines. Is it not?
Aren't they
all 44 now? All those children?
They all get glaucoma in the finale. Sciatica.
Good luck to you, David Harbour. I think you're going to need it. Very quickly, this is not our wheelhouse of programming, but it actually is a big fucking deal, is that Taylor Sheridan, who is the emperor of the Yellowstone universe, which encompasses quite a bit. He's Chuck Lorre now, basically.
Yeah. But, honestly.
Paramount, which is restructuring, they've lost him. And once his deal is done in 2 or 3 years, he's bolting for NBC. And it sort of was for a day this week, it was the biggest story in the trades because he's without a doubt the hottest property. He's not the programming we cover on this podcast a lot, but for my parents and probably yours, he's Ryan Murphy. He's literally Ryan Murphy. I was going
to say your dad's tectonic plates are shifting right now at this news.
All those shows, Tulsa King, 1880, whatever all the Yellowstone things.
1943 or whatever the hell.
That's it.
So that's World War II.
He's all of them. So he's gone, and Paramount.
He's horse prancing his way right over to NBC, isn't he? Never forget.
Did we just mock him? Did we fix him?
Yeah, we were fixing.
We just talk about him, right? Oh, no, Kevin Costner.
We were fixing Kevin Costner with Little Miss Recap with Amy Archer, and then we obviously had to bring up with the horse prancing.
Well, speaking of people we have fixed, we did fix recently Tia and Tamara Mowry, the sister to sister sisters, who hadn't spoken in some time, and apparently they met up in New York City this week, and they are on their way to mending fences and are planning on spending the holidays together. Now, are we claiming that our podcast had something to do with it? Yes.
Kind of.
Absolutely claiming that.
Our impact, you mean, Dominic?
Impact. Yes. So once again, you're welcome, Hollywood. You're welcome, Tia and Tamara. And maybe Fixing Famous People should send them some cranberry sauce or some stuffing for their holiday dinner.
People were like, Twitches 3 ? And I was like, we talked about that. Couldn't they do Twitches 3? And now they're talking about doing Twitches 3.
Well,
guys, if you just manifest things, they happen. Sorry to say.
The wizardry of fixing famous people strikes again.
Oh, God. Wait, you were telling me that something was coming across your desk and it was something that was coming in right as we started.
Yes. Okay. So this was coming. Jesus Christ. Could I have lisped any more there? Happy Pride.
Yeah.
Yes. Sometimes I hear how gay I am in real life rather than a recording, and I'm like, easy, girl.
Wait, when I was at Joe Allen the other night and I texted you and I was like, what table is the table that
Table 7
was smoking a cigarette at?
That's right.
You were like, walk in the front door and go directly to the back and you're going to run into it. And I looked at the table and I was like, I so see her there with the cigarette.
With Sam Harris, the winner of season 1 of Star Search.
Hey, I'm singing a song here.
I'm trying to sing a song here.
Hassan and I said it like 75 fucking times. Like we said it, like we did it, and our waiter was like, "Hello." Like I was.
If you get to Joe Allen, the famous restaurant in Manhattan ever, if you're in town for a show, just ask to sit at table 7 and tell them from this podcast that it is Liza Minnelli's table of choice. So what came across my desk was the following headline from the New Testament people.com, reading directly from the site. Sia, the singer, claims X was under investigation for child porn and weaponized her past addiction issues as the custody battle explodes.
Oh, God, no. Oh,
you Hollywood types just don't know how to get divorced.
What the hell's wrong with these people?
Me. Yeah. I've done this 3 times with absolutely no problems. There are no issues. My divorces are more joyous than my marriages at this point. Like, call me for a tone change if you want to get out of your marriage peacefully. I know how to do that.
No, that's not great. Yes. That's really bad. That's really bad.
Yeah, because Sia's got enough black marks on her, on that checklist. I'm still not over that movie. Music. I'm not going to be.
No one is. No one is. And
No.
that's the problem, is that it's like when you're slinging stuff like that and you're divorced, it's like, you're kind of complicit to that then, aren't you?
Child porn. Of course. Yeah.
Like that's like
child porn and drug addiction. This is Ryan Murphy must be salivating. This could be season 9 of Feud whenever it comes out.
Monster number 17 million.
Sia's husband.
I can't with the monsters again. The one with the guy that wears the woman's face, like the basically Buffalo Bill from Sounds. I'm like,
watch it.
I don't want to see this. Like, to quote Valerie Cherish herself, like, I don't want to see that. Can I have peace for one day?
It's crazy. It's like crazy how far it goes. Like he wears Laurie Metcalf's face in the miniseries.
I'm like, Ryan Murphy needs to be under investigation for being a sick fuck is what it needs to be. Like,
speaking of sick fucks, I don't know that we talked about this yet, but fucking Suzanne Summers' husband claims to have an AI clone.
I can't do this.
This has to stop. What's going on?
No, this is Dominic. We're in the end times. To quote
Suzanne
Rebecca
Summers
Bregman
does
herself,
not want this. She does not want this.
But remember, her husband buried her in these weird shoes. Remember that was a story where she was in cowboy boots that were all beat up, and that was what he wanted her to be buried in or something.
Can't remember.
Something weird with her, how she was buried was weird. This guy's a fucking lunatic, I think. And what's he do? Sit there and talk to her all day in her little AI ChatGPT body?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
This AI nonsense just terrifies me. That's why I try not to talk about it on the podcast, because I'm legitimately...
Well, I'm all fired up about it every day.
If you haven't visited Christopher's Instagram stories recently, he is basically it is anti-AI every slide.
Period.
And rightly
so.
Rightly so.
What I will say is that a lot of the people that are these big people talking about it is that the bubble is going to burst and it's going to be really bad, actually, in the sense of all these companies are going to lose all of their money because none of this has ever been profitable. And I just got a New York Times alert today that said that OpenAI, which is the maker of ChatGPT, is switching to a for-profit structure to try to operate like a regular business because they've made $0 and they've been pouring billions and billions of dollars into all this AI shit. And if we don't use all of it every single day, then they're going to lose all of that money. And so now
they would like for it to go away.
There's no way. They've just put way too much money into it. It's going to implode.
Why does AI, I'm not doing a bit here, but my algorithm is so inundated with these videos. AI hates overweight people, the elderly. I've seen Stephen Hawking wiping out in skating rinks. I've seen like 20 of those reels.
I don't see any of those.
Why does AI hate all of these very specific helpless people? It's just so bizarre.
Not Stephen Hawking.
In a skating pit, like on a skateboard and wiping out.
That's horrible.
Like an overweight woman dives into a hotel pool and the entire building collapses. I have received 500 versions of that. Have you not seen these?
No. Send me the next one you see, because thankfully, because they see my Instagram story and they're like, "Don't show this to him," because he'll go postal on everyone.
These videos, they go by very quickly, so it's almost hard to stop them. But once you're looking at them, it is truly like bottlenecking on the freeway. I'm just like, what on earth am I looking at, and how far is it going to go? I saw an AI monologue from Hillary Clinton today. It was completely fake. It scared the shit out of me because it looked real.
They were saying that a million years ago. I mean, they said that when Obama was president. Like, they were like, this deep fake stuff. Remember all that? Like that.
Well, I'm going to say this. If the world's going to end because of this AI shit, at the very least, universe, send an AI Joey Lawrence to my home for one evening. That's all. What do I have to do? Wear goggles, or what special? Are there creams and lotions? How does it work? How do I make love to an AI person?
You need to be contacting what's her name, Suzanne Summers' husband, and be like, "What's up?"
I don't want to do that. No, because you know what will happen? I will accidentally end up having sex with AI Suzanne Summers, and I'll be traumatized because I don't want that for either of us. Really, I don't.
Wait, but we derailed this whole conversation. What is the point of AI Suzanne Summers?
That millions of people love her, and an exciting new project they're working on is called the Suzanne Summers AI Twin. So I don't know if this is a robot or just someone that exists on my phone, but I don't want it. I'll tell you that I don't want it.
No, I don't like it.
I want,
and her soul doesn't like it.
She doesn't want. Let Suzanne Summers rest, for God's sake. Hasn't she been through enough? God. Yeah. Hasn't she been through enough? They didn't pay her what she was worth on Three's Company. She had to change her whole life. Let her sleep, for God's sakes.
She was robbed while on a Zoom. Remember that?
She was robbed while on a Zoom. And also, she lived as healthy of a lifestyle as she could and still, got Steve Jobs, as I like to say. One of those very sobering, live your life because it doesn't matter who you are. Like, she was like the healthiest person on the planet, and still just let her be. Alan, I know you loved her, but God damn it. All right. In better news, the Wicked takeover has become. So we're not, for the second year in a row, it's not the holiday season. We're just calling it Wicked. The season between November 1st and January 1st is just Wicked instead of winter. And on November 6th, there's going to be there's this NBC show on November 6th, an Ariana and Cynthia Wicked for Good concert event, which includes seemingly the whole cast, and will be the debut of, even though screenings have already started for Wicked, it'll be like the public debut of the 2 new songs that Stephen Schwartz wrote for the sequel.
Wait. Oh, I can't wait.
November 6th on NBC, which I guess also means Peacock.
Put that in my calendar is what I need to do. November 6th, you say?
I think I know the screening that we'll be going to. I think I have to chat with our sources to see which one we can sneak into. But I know people, I haven't gotten any reviews yet, but I do know 2 people who've already seen it because screening started this week. I think 1 or 2 of those TGA screenings started.
And
I've heard nothing.
Oh, well, you need to find out. I mean, I'm sure it's good.
I'm sure it is. Speaking of the holidays, Johnny Louise Depp is going to be starring in an update or a reboot or a modernization, whatever word they're going to use for it, of A Christmas Carol, the Charles Dickens classic.
I'm upset.
You really were. When this dropped in the group chat, you were definitely annoyed.
I was mad because I really don't like him. I really don't like him, and he's going to be great in it. Like, will be incredible, and this will be his great foray back into the good graces. And I'm upset that's what it's going to be. And the movie, I bet, is going to be great. And Dominic, Johnny Depp can do whatever he wants, but this is what I'm going to say to you right now: he will never, ever in his life do a better version than Michael Caine in A Muppet's Christmas Carol, period, done.
I will second that.
A better film does not exist, period.
God, I'm going to have to watch that tonight now.
I watch it. I watch
Christmas
it at bare minimum once a Christmas season, but sometimes twice. There's Rizzo the Rat and Gonzo. There's not a better comedic duo alive, period. It's so funny.
Rizzo's so good in this. I'll treat him, honestly, more real to me than this AI Suzanne Summers.
Period.
Rizzo deserves an Academy Award.
Thank you, Dominic.
On the a la carte today, we're going to let you know why this brand new Golden Globe Award for podcasts has become an unlitigated disaster, possibly because we're not on the short list of nominees.
Sure.
We'll tell you why Gayle King is in hot water this week. It has to do with her tweeting a selfie of someone she was sitting next to in first class on her way back to New York, I believe.
Oh, I did.
We'll talk about the new Miami Vice movie starring some people you know and love. And also, Nelly Furtado is retiring from the stage. And there's a rumor that part of the reason is because people are making fun of her physicality a bit much. We'll talk about that because I hope that's not the reason.
I don't like that.
It might be. Before we go, I know we need to get the results of last week's
I didn't even look
viewer vote on Malls between the two of us. Am I allowed to say congratulations that Project Runway, a show that Christopher worked on, has been renewed for season 402, but what is essentially season 2 of this new version?
It's
congratulations.
Thank you. I hope they hire me. I hope they hire me again. So
I hope they do too. It was wonderful. It was really wonderful. I mean, the show was great, but the casting was superb. Utica et al. Everyone was fantastic on the show.
Thank you. And they're casting right now. So if you think that you're the next great designer, you should DM me and I'll send your information to them. Okay, Dominic.
And there you have it. Are we ready for the results of last week's Fix?
With 64% of the vote.
I mean, that's a mandate. Which one of us gets to wave the flag?
Dominick Pupa is the winner.
Wow. Can you remind me, Christopher, 2 things? What were we fixing and what was my fix? I'm kidding. I remember it was malls, but I barely...
You wanted malls to become housing for people.
Yes. Because I want to live at Eclairs.
Yeah, that was the exact... You said, I want to say that I live in Eclairs.
Did I actually say that?
You said that's exact words on the episode.
See, you know what the good thing about smoking weed is, Christopher? I get to hear the jokes as though I didn't even write them. It's pleasure. Yeah. Thank you for re-delivering that
and
to
especially when we record them like a month ago. Like we recorded a lot of those before I even went to Canada. These episodes that we're doing.
That.
Like, and we so say that. I don't remember what we talked about because I lived 3 lives since then. So me re-listening to it, I'm like cracking up at us. I'm like, this is the most pathetic
like it wasn't you.
Yes, right. Like it's not me. I'm so pathetic that I'm like dying at us, and I'm like, that's me saying this. Like, yeah. But anyway, you're a winner again, Dominic. You mopping. To quote my father, mopping the floor with me this season.
Well, season 3 could be season me. Who knows? We're flipping back and forth. Oh, please go to my Linktree or my website and buy some tickets. We'd love to see you at my holiday show. Other than that, today we are fixing none other than Meg motherfucking Ryan right after these vital messages. This is a good one. We recorded this one over the summer. I forgot. It was a lot of fun. With the Cinemile return.
It's the real Meg Ryan, not Keith Urban. The real Meg Ryan.
Not Nicole Kidman's spouse. Genderless spouse. Yes, not that individual. After these vitals.
Dominic, we have returning guests from across the pond.
You always know you're doing something right when guests want to come back.
Yeah.
That means whatever we had in the gift box worked. It means people don't run from us. It's a feather in our cap. Proceed.
You know and love them from a show that we have been guests on, the Cinemile. It's Cathy and Dave. Mm-hmm. Thank you for being here again.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Thanks for having us.
It was a long swim across the pond, but we're here.
Cathy, give us the, and just like that. What do you think? 60 seconds. Go ahead.
Oh, God. So I dedicated 12 weeks of my life to recapping that show. Thank you, Chris and Dom, for joining me on that journey. It was a literal shit show. I'm offended by the whole thing. And I desperately miss it all at the same time. Wish it hadn't ended.
We're here to talk about someone that wasn't originally going to be who we fixed. And Cathy sent me a voice note like 2 days ago and was like, should we fix Meg Ryan instead of Russell Crowe, the person we were supposed to fix? And she gave me her points. And I was like, yes, we should. And I texted Dominic. And of course, Dominic was like, of course we will. Of course, we'll fix Keith Urban. And then,
instantaneously. And that's the problem. I wanted to make sure that you guys weren't actually talking about Keith Urban instead of Meg Ryan, whom there is still no photographic evidence to satisfy me that these two are different human beings.
I mean, I did not come on here to contradict that.
Yeah.
Nor could I.
It's Islam on both of them.
No, you can't. You really
There's no way to tell.
Is there even a photo of them together? I'm going to look right now.
I've looked before and I haven't found one. Were they maybe at the same Emmy Awards at the same time? Perhaps, but not in the same shot. Not to my satisfaction, but if there are boots on the ground out there who you've seen them together, maybe at a restaurant or something, weigh in, call us.
I mean, is it possible to try and explain this phenomenon that, Meg Ryan had that haircut, which became really famous in the 90s, the Meg, there was the Jennifer and the Meg and all that. Did Keith did he go in and ask for the Meg?
Yeah. What I think happened, I think he was so passionate about the hairstyle that when Meg finally got rid of it, I'm assuming that Keith was like, for the good of the planet, someone famous has to sport this hair too. And just quite literally took the mantle and was like, I'll do it. Yeah. It is our favorite part of the broadcast, or one of them. It's time to play the middle name game with Meg Ryan. Now, Meg Ryan presents a different kind of challenge than we've had similar challenges, but it's been a while. First name is Margaret, which is where Meg comes from. Ryan, I believe, was some sort of family name she adopted. It is not her birth certificated last name. Her birth certificated last name is Hyra, Hyra. In between Margaret and Hyra are three, count them, three middle names. So this is fun. I mean, if you're driving right now, you should pull over because we're going to be here for a minute.
Wait, so we've now found out that was it Orlando Bloom has thrhree middle names?
Yeah.
And
something
Meg
like
Ryan.
that. It's been coming up recently.
Well, to be Catholic though, because we don't practice Catholicism, but we were brought up Catholic, as most people in Ireland were, and you had to take on a middle name when you got when you made your
confirmation name.
It wouldn't be a confirmation name. In which either way, I'm already prolonging the segment. I'm sorry, and I have to recuse myself from this because I accidentally saw her middle name earlier when I was researching.
Which
her.
one?
Okay. Which ones?
I don't know, but I need to recuse myself. It wouldn't be fair.
Well, how many middle names do you know?
I saw one of them. One.
Okay, well, you can still play with the other two. You just don't give anyone hints on the other one. Margaret Hyra was born November 19th, 1961. Does that make her a Scorpio, I believe?
What is it? What was it again?
November 19th, 1961.
Yeah. A fellow Scorpion of mine.
She is a Scorpio. She is 63 years of age. She was born in Fairfield, Connecticut. When she joined the Screen Actors Guild, she used the surname Ryan, which is her maternal grandmother's maiden name. I don't know if that would give anyone any hints. But she does have three middle names. What is Meg Ryan, nay Margaret Hyra? Give us any of them. Any of the three middle names. Obviously, bonus bragging points if you are able to guess more than one. So don't guess one. Let's just have a fucking free-for-all. I'm so good.
I have a feeling if Cathy's right and she's coming from a Catholic background, which I think you're right, if there's so many names, then they're probably, if she was born in the 60s and if her family were religious, we're talking saints. So there's going to be a Mary in there. There's going to be could be even a Catherine. I'm running out of saints. Bridget. That's a very
I was going to guess Mary.
Catherine Bridget.
Yeah, I was going to guess Mary. I was going to guess Mary as well. And I think Julia.
Nice.
Ooh, Julia feels right.
Yeah. I don't know if she's a saint though. I feel like when we came on for Gary and Teresa, we went hardcore straight into Mary for Teresa as well, given her age.
Yeah. All right, Dominic.
You're all ready? So the guesses are Mary. Chris, you're giving Julia and Mary. The Cinemile as a group is giving Mary and who else? Did you say Teresa?
Mary,
Catherine, and Bridget.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
Is one of them? You know one of them.
I know one of them. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Mary,
the one that was right is the one you guessed in common. That's Mary.
Got him.
Got him.
Was that the one you knew? Was that the one? Yeah. Kathy, is that the one that you knew? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it's my middle name.
Oh, really?
So I remembered it. Mm-hmm.
Full name: Margaret Mary Emily Ann Hyra.
Emily.
Obscene.
Would never have got Emily.
Ridiculous.
So that means that the acronym would be I didn't even smoke pot today, and it's the first thing I thought when I read it. I swear to God.
She was right to take a stage name. She was definitely right.
Yeah. Too many names.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Hira is a weird one. I'm trying to look up and see. She was raised Catholic. It does not say. It says her father is of Polish descent.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harry Hira was a math teacher and is of Polish descent. Her mother was named Susan Jordan. She was also an actress and an English teacher. Has anyone ever heard of the band Billy Pilgrim in their lives?
Certainly not.
Never.
Gonna be a negative
her brother Andrew Hira is a musician in that band.
How many middle names does he have? Let's keep going.
No.
You know what? He has his own wiki page and he only has one middle name, Andrew Michael Hira.
Oh, that's just unfair. That's
she must be named after like 3 aunts or something.
She also has 2 sisters named Dana and Annie. Oh, this is terrible, but they seem to be both COVID area deaths. One died in 2019, the other in 2022. Well, I'm glad to have brought you that dark moment in the middle of this fun podcast.
Okay.
Where do we begin?
I mean, as the youngest person on this call, I have to say, where did she get her start? Because when I was, when I started understanding what celebrities were, like, she was a bona fide movie star, if not the biggest one. So I have to say, like, the You've Got Mail / Sleepless in Seattle / what are her other big ones? When Harry Met Sally, like, that was like already out there when I was like, out in the world.
And that was her first leading role. So it's considered her big break, even though she'd been around for a minute. Meg Ryan, and I can't remember, we did an episode on the Patreon recently where we talked about like the history of daytime soaps and big stars who'd appeared on them. And I can't remember if we mentioned that Meg Ryan was on As the World Turns for a few years. I think we forgot to mention
I don't think we did, because we were talking about like Demi Moore and Judith Light and all these other celebs. But Meg Ryan was on As the World Turns for a couple of years, like 2 or 3 years. I don't know that she became famous from that.
The stat that her episode of As the World Turns where she got married was like one of the highest rated ever. It was a huge episode.
Really?
I didn't watch it. Barney was a huge one. But I always remember her from Top Gun, which was like her first kind of big supporting role. She's brilliant in Top Gun.
Yeah. I mean, to a layperson, meaning someone who doesn't like have a pop culture podcast, that's where they first really recognize Meg Ryan from, is from being Goose's wife in Top Gun. That was it. Now, I didn't see Top Gun Maverick, but apparently she appears in that as well. There's some flashbacks to Goose and Margaret Mary Emily Ann Hira in that in that one as well.
I don't remember the flashbacks. It's a cracker of a movie though. We had such a good time. And I know you like Mission Impossibles, right, Dom? We thought this was really good. It was a bit like a Mission Impossible, the way they made it. It was better than the most recent Mission Impossible, The Mission, in this Top Gun.
Okay.
But I don't remember flashbacks of her. But their son was played by Miles Teller, so there was a lot about them in the film.
Right.
Yeah, it was a great callback, actually. Just the her and Goose singing at the piano. I love that scene so much.
Great balls of fire.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
It's sort of cute. Like, that movie just appeared at a time where the tropes of that kind were maybe not being invented, but being mainstreamed, where it's like, if that movie came out today, the moment you saw that piano scene, you'd think, one of you will be dead in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, you're like,
you're making us fall in love with you way too much right now. It's too good.
Yeah.
It's too good.
And she's so cute. Like, she's designed to evoke like sadness and pity from us at the end, Like, and that was always her most resounding feature, was like how endearing she was and how sweet she was.
Before When Harry Met Sally, 2 movies worth mentioning for people my age-ish. I was a teenager when these came out, but I remember them vividly. There was a movie called Inner Space, where her I don't know if she met Dennis Quaid on set here, but it was a sci-fi movie where he was shrunk down and injected into Martin Short's body in a spaceship. And as a teen, I love the movie. Like, I remember seeing this movie in movie theaters, and it was absolutely hilarious. I think it was Martin Short's first big movie after leaving SNL, and Meg Ryan was in that movie as well. And then there was a murder mystery. It was a remake. It was called DOA. I think it was a murder mystery or a thriller. And I remember her being in that as well. And then came When Harry Met Sally and that scene at Katz's Deli. And then, all hell broke loose. Easily, you can't deny it's one of the most famous scenes in film history.
It's great. And it's a great movie.
Yeah, we rewatched it a few years ago. It's so romantic. It resonates so much. They're both so wonderful in it. Like, I do recommend your listeners go back and rewatch. Like, it really lives up to what you remember it being, which often these movies don't when you go back. They're so good together.
Nora
I
Ephron
watched
greatly missed.
It's so funny to go back and like rewatch a movie like that you like saw when you were younger and blah blah. And it's one of those ones where it's like, oh yeah, they like know each other their whole lives because it's like college, and the first time they meet is like they just randomly get paired up to be in a car together for 7 hours. It like makes it's so weird by like today's standards, but back then that was like completely normal.
Yeah,
and it was just I don't know. They just like don't make movies like that anymore, you know.
And also just anything with Carrie Fisher, because like as an adult, you just think of Carrie Fisher being just Princess Leia and then Carrie Fisher. But everything in between that, you forget that when she would pop up in supporting roles and things like When Harry Met Sally or Soap Dish, you're just like, oh, that's right. I forgot you're a hysterical
she's
fucking
so good.
Actress as
She's
well.
so good.
Yeah.
Also punched up so many scripts, like uncredited.
Oh, yeah.
Carrie Fisher.
Oh, yeah.
Nonstop.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. So much like Meg Ryan got reduced to a lot of things around her physicality, and you do forget like what Meg Ryan brought to that film. I think her acting's often underestimated because she's so sweet and pretty and cute, and people underestimate what a good actress she is. But I do remember then the one she made after, which I loved. It's one of my favorite movies, Joe versus the Volcano, and like the first of her trilogy with Tom Hanks. They are so good together on screen.
It's a weird movie.
It's a bizarre movie. It was just one of my favorites when I was a kid. So you know the way I haven't rewatched it in a long time, but they're just so good together in it.
It's so funny because my memory of that movie was that it wasn't well received. I mean, I vividly remember it in theaters, but it wasn't well reviewed. It wasn't well received. And so for someone in casting to say, you know what, let's just keep these two together again and put them in another film, that usually doesn't happen when there's a movie that didn't do too well. But Sleepless in Seattle was a monster. I mean, it was almost like When Harry Met Sally walked so Sleepless in Seattle could run, and which they then sort of like redid with You've Got Mail, which was also wonderful. Not as good, but it was wonderful.
And I think with what you forget about with Sleepless in Seattle is they were only ever together right at the end of the film. So the whole film exists around this longing and like that part of a rom-com that's always the best bit. Like it's always less interesting when people actually get together. So the film bypasses all that, but they have such natural chemistry that you're behind them the whole time anyway.
You watch it now and like forget what the actual concept of the movie is. You're like, this woman hears a guy on the radio or the other way around. I can't remember. And like, wants to stalk her or him.
Yeah.
What? Like, it's so weird.
The kid stalking her. Yeah. It's crazy. Like,
and you're
crazy.
like,
for those of you listening who are unfamiliar with what a radio is, it's sort of like whatever device you're listening to us on now, but you couldn't pick and choose when you were going to listen to us. You just were force-fed the programming, and that was it.
Yeah.
And also your new countrywoman, Rosie O'Donnell, in Sleepless in Seattle in a pivotal role. Am I right?
Yeah.
Or was it You've Got Mail? No, she was in Sleepless in Seattle.
She was in that,
She was the friend. Yeah, and she was great in it. Absolutely.
Yeah, and they bounced off each other so well. Like they were so funny together. And you forget like about the comedic chops of Meg Ryan again. And then when you see them as friends, they really come together. God, I need to rewatch that now, actually. Such a good film.
It happens a lot when someone like does one thing well and they sort of get pigeonholed into it. You do like, people aren't breaking down doors to say Meg Ryan's a fantastic actress because she can only do this. And it wasn't she could only do that. She was the best at doing it. That's why they kept asking her.
Exactly.
Did you get pigeonholed?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
She got pigeonholed. Then she spent most of the noughties trying to break out of that, unsadly. I mean,
no one asked her to play Tar. No one came to Meg Ryan for that.
If only. It's sad because she really did get, but like when you're the top of the top, when the gravy train pulls up in front of your door, you answer, you know? And when when they're like, this is the biggest rom-com that's ever existed. You know what I mean? Like When Harry Met Sally, probably at the time, you know what I mean? It was like humongous success. And then they're like, let's do this like 7 more times. And she's just like, if she's going to, similar to Dominic, we always talk about when Nicole Kidman's like, I'll do this thing. Like, I'll do this shitty fucking show that makes no sense at all. And it's okay, because we know it'll be
in the Hamptons.
She's like, I'll wear the even worse wig than the one I wore last show. You know what I mean? And then they're like, okay. And like just her saying yes green lights the project. So it's like, Meg Ryan was like, yeah, I'll make another movie for like $17 million. Like, okay.
Yeah, why not? It's interesting to think of Meg Ryan, though, compared to Julia Roberts, because they were really of a time, of a place together. But like Julia Roberts never got the fall from grace that Meg Ryan did. And we'll get into why it happened, Meg Ryan, but it's very fascinating. And it's down to like misogyny and, you know, people's kind of feelings around her personal life and what she chose to do or not to do to her face.
Well, because like an affair is always the woman's fault.
100%.
In the Western Hemisphere, the affair is always the woman's fault.
And like the success of movies is always the men's fault. So like they'll be saying things like, oh, Sleepless in Seattle, that's because it was Tom Hanks. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't have been, that's because it was Meg Ryan. So the success will always lie with the man and the failure will always lie with the woman. It's fascinating.
Well, she did have it was almost like the movie going public was sort of who didn't allow Meg Ryan to break out of that role, because she did, in the midst of all her rom-com stuff, she did get very good notices for a movie called When a Man Loves a Woman, which was in between Sleepless in Seattle and You've Got Mail. It was like 94, 95, where she was married to Andy Garcia, and I think she played an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And
she's good in that. A
lot of people thought she was going to get nominated for an Oscar. I think she did get a Golden Globe and a SAG nomination for it, but it was really, here she is, world. She can do other stuff. But the world was like, yeah, but You Got Mail.
Yeah, that's great. But what if she was with Tom Hanks?
Yeah, When a Man Loves a Woman, I can't watch that film because it's like so upsetting. But even I remember, like, I was too young at the time, but like on reviewing pieces recently about it, like Roger Ebert, who was very strict reviewer, and he was also himself an alcoholic. Like he said she played an alcoholic so well, like to get that kind of praise from
him, by the way,
who is an alcoholic.
He's a piece of shit. So like,
often when you go back to the 90s and like you watch things about alcoholism or drugs, they're like really bad, like after school specials. But like this one was well received. And yes, she's so good in it. Like I love to see her in more serious roles. She is.
I only saw it I remember seeing it. I saw it on HBO a billion years ago, but I would revisit it. I remember thinking, wow, she's really good.
I'm looking at IMDb here and it was like, this was like my sweet spot as a teenage girl. Both Anastasia and City of Angels couldn't have done better there as a double film.
City of Angels.
City of Angels.
That was when everyone was dead, right? Like he sees like spirits, right? No,
I don't even remember.
Such a hit.
The only thing I remember from that movie was that bloody Iris Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh my God!
From that,
yeah.
Which actually her son Jack Quaid was playing in the recent movie Companion this year, which is a great movie. But there's a key Iris.
He's a tasty treat, that Jack Quaid. He's a cutie for sure. City of Angels, didn't really care for the movie, but the song Uninvited by Alanis Morissette, it was worth making the movie just so they could put that song in it.
It's so funny because that's back when like movie soundtracks still like had like that made a song. You know what I mean? Like it's it was in this movie. Like now every some song will be in a movie. I'm like, what's this? Who cares? Like it means nothing. But when you had a song like in a movie with Nicolas Cage and Meg Ryan in it, you're like, hold on, this is going to be like the most famous thing ever now. You know what I mean? Wait, so who is she with? I remember 9 million photos of her dating people. She was with Dennis Quaid, right?
They were married.
Married. And they have Jack is their son together, right?
Yeah.
And P.S. Dominic once joked that their name, we were talking about like Brangelina and we were like, what were other names be? And he said that Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid would be Raid, R-A-I-D.
Which would be great, actually.
I mean, sure. Yeah, but we're only like 15 years too early to like have it.
We need them to get back together.
Yeah. And like apparently he was cheating on her and a total dog. But then she goes on Proof of Life and he's their world's sexiest man at the time.
I find Dennis Quaid to be like the dollar store Richard Gere. Like if Richard Gere passed on a movie, Dennis Quaid is in it. That's how I feel about it. Is that wrong? I think.
Interesting.
Dennis Quaid has always been at the B tier and he's great. I think he's very good at that, but he never quite he never got that A-lister status.
I mean, he's very charming though. Like,
yeah, no, he's great.
He's a very charming guy, but like to me, Meg Ryan was the star, not Dennis Quaid.
Well, I read actually that he cited that her fame was a big part of them breaking up, or it was a part of
because he was like, "You're more famous than me, and I'm a man, so I have to like throw a temper tantrum."
Exactly. So I will cheat.
I've been singing it a lot on this show, but tale as old as time. Like, what a surprise!
He's a good-looking guy. I just never found him like. He doesn't have the swag. Like, you can see why you're married to Dennis Quaid. Fine. Apparently, he's a philanderer. You're on set with peak Russell Crowe. Like, what are you going to do about it? You know what I mean?
Bang him into oblivion. To quote myself. Yeah. Like, duh. Yeah, like my piece of shit husband that cheats on me every day anyway. Like, two can play at that game, as she said. And why wouldn't
like, talk about Sex in the City. Wasn't he the one they all used to... Russell Crowe in Gladiator was the one all the characters used to masturbate to, remember?
Yeah. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, I can just see, and they're like away together, they're filming. You can just see how it would, I mean, this happens all the time in Hollywood. Yeah.
So wait, so she's on Proof of Life with Russell Crowe. Dennis Quaid's treating her like shit, obviously, or she knows. Is it like is it very publicly that he's cheating on her or no?
I think it was heavily rumored he was a philanderer.
Okay.
But I have to say, I don't have proof of life of that.
There you go. She said the title.
Allegedly, as you guys would say.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just sort of assumed in like a, I don't know who to, like, in like a Johnny Depp-ish kind of way where it's like, yeah, there's no way he's just with her sort of thing. But during a period of time still where it was like, isn't everyone... Don't we just assume all Hollywood couples are doing that?
Isn't that the point of being in Hollywood? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Also, he's the man, so no one's going to give a shit in the 90s anyway. So who cares? Now they'll jump on you. You'll get canceled pretty quickly now.
Yeah. I think the Russell Crowe thing, because it came and went so quickly that like nobody could even indulge in it. And all, again, like her problem, not his problem. He also wasn't married. So...
Plus, there was an ownership of Meg Ryan in America, I think, right? She was known as America's sweetheart.
Yeah, for sure.
Girl next door and all that. So it's a kind of a betrayal of that image, isn't it? Almost.
Yeah. So then she's like a vixen. Like what? You know what I mean? Like she's supposed to be the girl next door, not some slut, some cock-sucking slut on set. You know what I mean? Like,
and she also then and now claims that it was not. It just was. She claims her marriage did not end because of an affair with Russell Crowe. Like she has always been vehement about the timing of it, but no one cares. It's also reeked a little bit of Mr. and Mrs. Smith-ish, where it's just like, this didn't happen. It just looks like it did. And you're sort of like, eye roll, but whatever, but it's like these people who like get like virtue signaling with celebrities. Like, I won't see this movie because she cheated on her husband. I'm like, who? Why? Why would anyone...
Like,
why are you kidding?
Theater, yeah,
same.
Like, and Hollywood's always done like fake affairs to make people go to movies. So I think the director came out afterwards and he blamed them for the poor performance. And apparently Russell Crowe was like, "Go fuck yourself," because actually they'll have gotten them so much more publicity than they could have ever dreamed of getting. So he should have been grateful. So I'm really angry on her behalf.
That affair, that relationship, and then a couple of years later, without knowing, like, I don't have like a doctorate in Meg Ryan's face. I know it is something we have mentioned jokingly on this broadcast before. By we, I mean me. I don't want to loop Christopher into that, but I've always used it as a touchstone because at the time, the public was not part of it. Like, we just saw Meg Ryan pop out one day after a few years of obscurity, and we were like, what the fuck? In the same way we were when Adele disappeared for a year and came back and had lost like 120 pounds. And we were like, whoa, like it was just, what I'm trying to do is not condemn us too much for reacting the way we did. It's just what you do as a human being when you're shocked by someone's physical appearance that you haven't seen in a while. And it didn't serve her well. It just didn't serve her well because it looked really drastic. And it looked at the time, forgive me, please don't write, I don't care. It didn't at the time look like good work. It wasn't settled, which we all know what that means now because now we've watched Madonna do this 4 or 5 times.
Looking back, like what we know now that we didn't know that is really the
is that give it a year or 18 months and she's not going to look like that. And it's, she probably learned lessons. We all learned lessons as well. Yeah. But it's certainly like affected probably how many times casting directors were mentioning her name for stuff because she'd already had like tarnished her reputation, whether or not it was her fault,
warranted or not.
And then to come up looking different was sort of, the kiss of death for her, unfortunately.
And I think like it's so unfair on actresses of that age and who were known for their youth. Like, so she made a film right before all the face change. She made a film called, is it In the Cut by Jane Campion? And
it
was like
erotic
thriller.
It was kind of an erotic thriller,
and it was
challenging, things around women and sexuality. And like people did not like to see Miss Meg Ryan like naked in a film. So people were already like, "Who the fuck do you think you are? We don't expect this of you." And she famously went on the English talk show Parkinson, and he's very sexist and has been very sexist to women in the past.
I've heard about this. This interview's really bad, right? And he sort of got in her face, no pun intended. And he was an asshole.
And he's like, why do you think you know, you should have warned people didn't expect you to be naked in a film. He's like talking her down like a school principal. And then she got really frosty, as I would do on the interview. And they ended up having this incredibly uncomfortable interview to the point where he said, well, what should I do as an interviewer when you're speaking to me like this? And she said, well, you should just wrap it up. And then they sat there completely stonily. And then she got the backlash, even though he's the creep, which always used to happen.
That didn't play as much here. I mean, this was a big deal where you're from. And from what I understand, is like one of the more famous interviews that Parkinson's ever done before, because he started railing on her about the nude scenes and she just started giving one-word responses because she was like,
she's like, fuck you.
If you know, why didn't you talk to Dennis Quaid about his ass in The Big Easy this way?
Sure.
And he's such a sleaze when you go back now. He did Helen Mirren interviews where he's asking her about her breasts and like, he's so gross, but it was like acceptable then. But basically she came out of in the cut. And then I think like that, like she probably just went away and then suddenly she probably wasn't getting offered the same. And so many women say this.
And she probably was like, why the fuck am I doing this? I'm fucking rich as fuck. Yeah. She's like, these people are treating me like garbage. Everyone's saying that I'm ugly now and that my face is fucked up. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I would be the same thing. I'd be like she's like, everyone's saying my face, I've ruined my face. And these charlatan like journalists, quote unquote, that like get carte blanche access to me in these press junkets that are fucking hacks, get to like yell at me about stuff like that. That's so fucking dumb. Why am I doing this? I'm Meg Ryan. Like, bye. Like, that's what I feel like that would be me.
You're dead right.
Yeah, it's just so frustrating. And it's like the audacity of her to turn 40 or whatever she did. And it's interesting because I was listening to a different podcast, Sentimental Garbage. She also came on the And Just Like That podcast. And then, of course, I listened to her And Just Like podcast.
Oh, brother.
Just like
like
I did with
we've
yours.
Lost you.
We
lost you on it. We lost you.
But she was saying she was talking to a casting director about, you know, the work women get done on their faces. And they said it's such a poison chalice because they all get told that they're too old to get cast. So then they get the work done and then no one will cast them because they can't use their faces. She still looked good. That's the thing. And I think we're also more used to like people having had a lot of work done now. But like back then it was probably, we weren't used to people having lip fillers and things like that. Whereas now I just think it wouldn't have been as noticeable anyway. So she truly was a pioneer.
It's so funny because people do this to their face now all the time, what she did back then. And it's like, we don't even say boo.
More acceptable, isn't it?
It wouldn't even be. It wouldn't even be a thing on the radar for us to talk about on this podcast, like at all. And it's like so funny how crazy, like it like ruined her career essentially.
I honestly, like if I'm producing Housewives and someone shows up to an interview day after we've wrapped Principal and they've had their lips done since we shot Principal, I don't even think I'd care at this point for continuity purposes. I think we're so used to it, it doesn't even matter now.
Well, because you could just go on their Instagram story and see that they did it, that the doctor probably let them do it for free so that they would post about it. So it's like, you saw them get the lip injections happening live on their Instagram story.
They got it made. They can do whatever they want. Housewives, pretty much. They got it. Meg Ryan, now we're gonna give her credit for giving birth to the Housewives. That's what we want to do. Meg Ryan's face gave birth to all the Housewives franchises.
And what Dave doesn't realize, because he does not know anything about Kris Jenner's face, I'm actually planning on remortgaging her house so that I can get Kris Jenner's work done at some point because that's
money well spent.
That's money. Kris Jenner looks like
chose this moment.
She looks like Kim Kardashian now. She looks the same age as her own daughter. It's unbelievable.
Well, it's crazy. She didn't sell her ass to the devil. She is the devil. Like her face, it's extraordinary what she looks like now. So recently with Meg Ryan, I almost forgot we were talking about her and not just her face, but recently with Meg Ryan, 10 years ago, she made her directing debut in a movie called Ithaca, which I did not see, but apparently she's wanted to get into directing for some time, and that was her directorial debut. She was in a romantic comedy in 2023 with David Duchovny called What Happens Later. Never even heard of it. And I would heard of it. But she also, she directed it as well. And last we've sort of heard of her in recent, meaning post-COVID times, is that it was announced this year that she's going to be in Lena Dunham's upcoming romantic comedy, which is called Good Sex.
Okay, I would love to see those together. She's going to get banged out.
She's going to get banged out like 17 ways till Sunday.
Not forgetting as well that she did that commercial with Billy Crystal. Remember where they recreated the Harry Met
Sally? For the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
And she looked phenomenal, by the way.
Could have been a fix, lads. It's a shame they've done it already because that would have been a good fix. But interestingly, on the David Duchovny one, because we only discovered it today doing our research. So you're a pop culture podcast, we're a movie podcast, and none of us ever heard of it.
I mean,
like that's wild.
It's saying something.
No, and like that's big. Like Duchovny, Ryan. You know what I mean? Like,
and it was her first acting role in
a long time.
Years
yeah.
Okay, she needs a better publicist. I don't know if that's a fix, but certainly that's gotta be
that
there.
Should have been huge. And apparently made like $3 million. I'm like, how is that even possible? Like an independent Irish movie could make that. I do not understand. And I watched the trailer and the premise looks really interesting. So now I want to see the film.
Now, to be fair, it seems to have been slated by critics and audiences. So perhaps it's not good and it's down to that. But the fact that we never even heard of it in the first place.
Even if it's not good, it should have had more people go and see it.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah. Here how we have like borderline savaged her at times over the past hour and what she's been through with the public, what she's been accused of, or what she's been given credit for falsely, you know, the affair that sort of brought her career down, what she says is an affair, what everyone said about her face. And, you know, that Parkinson interview and others aside, it seems to me that she is over the public part of being public. So I would even think the reason we haven't heard of these recent projects is that she is not sitting in a hotel room doing a junket. I feel like she's like,
she's like, absolutely. Yeah, no.
I was the biggest star in the world. It sucked. That part of it sucked and I'm not doing it again. So.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I think she's probably just happy to do the work. Right. And she's out there making projects and
truth be told, she can do whatever she wants. Like we're here to just give our suggestions to fix. But honestly, she's one of these people who like when we sit down to do this and we're looking at all the shit she's done, part of me is just like, who the fuck do we think we are? Like she was like the fabric of American history, you know?
Yes. Yeah, this is one of the ones that I'm like, we're not worthy to actually do this. Like whereas like many,
her being in a project with Lena Dunham to me is like the ultimate fix. I love it.
It sort of is, yeah.
I love to see them together.
This is the level of like Nora Ephron writing Harry Met Sally. Like I think Lena Dunham has that kind of quality where
I think it fixes them both. To be honest with you, I think it's good for Lena as well.
And funnily, Rita Wilson is in the Too Much, the current Lena Dunham one, which we've been watching
as her mom.
Yeah.
They must be friends, right? With her and Tom Hanks must be friends. Her and Rita Wilson must be friends. So in my head now, the three of them have dinner parties together. I'm just writing fanfic quietly in my head about Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. But I do think, I'd love to see that. And I think the Harry Met Sally thing was genius. Like there's few properties you can cash in on like that and still have everyone genuinely be interested. And they did do that.
Christopher, I don't know. I feel like we're at the arena and I feel like you may hear me putting her and Tom Hanks in a regional production of On Golden Pond.
Golden Pond. Yeah, of course you do. I'm not surprised. Meg, Margaret, Mary, Emily, Anne.
It sounds like you're about to propose to her, Chris.
Margaret, Mary, Emily, Anne,
Hyra.
Do me the honor.
Yeah.
How could you forget that name?
I know. I was like Hyrule Castle. I'm like, what is this, Link? Like, what is this, Legend of Zelda? Okay, we have the Lena Dunham thing coming where you're going to get like Eiffel Towered and it's going to be great. And like, we're all going to watch it and love it. And I do want that. I would have said like have her do like a coming of age as in like old age, like sex show where she's getting banged out, but that's happening already. So like, I'm not going to give her a role. I'm not going to give her a thing. What I want is for Meg Ryan to band together with other women of her time, a la Pamela Anderson. I want her to try to think of other people that would like
Demi Moore.
Like, yes, but no. But like Demi Moore, like is still like in there, like Pamela Anderson and the like that were these sex symbols that then were like rejected by society, rejected by Hollywood. I almost want like a 90s docu-series talking about the pressure that these starlets had on their bodies and what the public did to them. It's been done before in a million ways, but like to have a bunch of like these 90s actresses that were ingenues and these big stars, like Julia Roberts could be in this if she wanted to be. She's, I feel like, did not get any of the backlash that some of these other people did. But like a Pamela Anderson comes to mind, definitely Meg Ryan, even some models from the 90s that I feel like didn't like survive the scrutiny. For them to come together and do kind of like a docu-series about how fucked up it was that they were treated when they were like at the epitome of their fame. And I don't know what the theme of it is. Is it plastic surgery? Is it like just feminine, just quite literally, we hate women. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I want to hear her talk about her getting her work done and how everyone turned on her.
I'd love to hear it. And if they were all A-list in this documentary, it'd be incredible. That's why that Supermodels one worked. Remember where they had like...
Yeah, Dominic loved it.
Oh God, it was so good.
The Supermodels, Dominic. Yeah.
They had the 4 actual supermodels.
I was in college when I was watching it. It felt like that's what it felt like. Like I was a senior in high school. It was great.
There's a lot of these shows out at the moment, these reappraisals of the noughties, that Biggest Loser one on Netflix. Right?
I just finished it today.
It's good. I like this stuff.
I briefly suggested we fix Michelle, and then Chris and I were like, well, but now she's endorsing that white people didn't cause slavery, so we probably...
Yeah, Gillian Michaels,
Gillian Michaels, sorry.
Oh, no.
So she came on the unfixable list then. Yeah, I like this pitch, Chris, but it's not strong enough. So far, you've only named Pamela Anderson and Meg Ryan.
I know, that's the thing, is I'm like, who are the other people that are in this? And I don't know who they are yet. But that's...
Tell him what you really think, though.
Well, we're the judges. I'm helping him.
No, I know. I'm like trying to think of like who else. I'm trying. Like, I know there's more people, but I'm like trying to think of like who really.
Does Lindsay Lohan fit this bill? She's not really one of their peers, though.
No, because she's back.
She
couldn't be back more. She's Friday was incredible.
Too.
Yeah,
she's flawless because everything that she had done has rested. There was a moment like 2 years ago where we were like, we leave Dubai, but when she left Dubai, she looks great. She was great.
But yeah, that's my pitch. Is just one of these kind of look back on. It's kind of the supermodels, but for like ingenue actresses of the 90s. And I want them to be, because Pamela Anderson like doesn't give a fuck anymore, and like neither does Meg Ryan. I want them to go like scorched earth and like name names of executives. You know what I mean? Like, I want it to be
Can we like build on it? And it's Pamela Anderson and Meg Ryan like on a road trip.
Oh, brother. Okay.
It's just those two talking to... Because if you just said those two at the stars, it would be amazing.
I'd probably watch that.
Yeah, it was so cool. And neither of them wear makeup, because like Pamela Anderson's like, I don't wear makeup anymore.
Yeah.
Which I love for her.
Do you mean the show is us following them on their road trip?
Yeah.
Or they're on a road trip talking?
And they're on Route 66 and they're just gabbing away. Yeah.
It's just like Thelma and Louise, but with those two.
Well, that's kind of interesting.
All right, Dominic.
I want her... I know this sounds terrible, so I'm just going to say it anyway. I don't think that her talent and her gifts are based on the male co-stars that she's with, but there is something I'm just going to spit it out. I want to see her in a project with Tom Hanks and Billy Crystal. Do you remember the movie It's Complicated with Meryl Streep, Alec Baldwin, and Steve Martin?
Yeah.
I don't want to redo that, but I wish that project had been given to these 3 people. And again, I'm not trying to lower her and be like, she's only good when she's with the guys she was with at her most famous, but her chemistry with those people is so, you'd be hard pressed to pick one. You know, it's like, is it Meg and Billy Crystal, or is it Meg and Tom Hanks, who she's done, you know, she did 3 movies with Tom Hanks, but I feel like her pairing with Billy Crystal the one time is maybe even more iconic than her being paired with Tom Hanks. And I wish there was a project where she could demonstrate to new audiences how she'd have to be the lead. Like it would have to be Ryan, Hanks, Crystal in that order. A Meg Ryan centered project where maybe they are supporting roles, you know? The thing is, like, I can't.
Like she's married to Tom Hanks, but then like Billy Crystal was like her high school sweetheart that like moves in across the street and she doesn't know. And like something like that. That's so fun. Because like It's Complicated was so fucking good.
It was great. It was a great movie. Yeah, it was a great movie. And even like, it was something like, I can't talk about It's Complicated without also talking about Something's Gotta Give with Diane Keaton, Jack Nicholson, and Keanu Reeves. Which, you know, they're not all in the same age group, but it's a similar like, more of that energy where Diane Keaton was the clear lead of that movie and the other two.
Yeah, we rewatched that recently.
Yeah, that was on recently.
Yeah.
Dominic, it doesn't lower her because it's a thing of like them who are like still 2 people that are very well respected in Hollywood are like putting their cosign on her as well.
But also they could do with it too. Like they're not out here making hits.
Oh, it elevates the 2 of them. No, they're not out here hitting home runs all the time. I mean, I know every time Tom Hanks leaves the house, he gets an Oscar nomination, which is fine, but he's not like, I wouldn't say his wattage is what it was before. And I think her headlining a movie with the 2 of them benefits the boys as well. I normally would have like a perfect pitch. I was going to roll up in here and be like, let's redo Casablanca with an older audience, but I just can't really put my finger on it. But Something's Gotta Give-esque with her in the lead and those 2 formerly famous partners flanking her.
I also on because we've talked a lot about women's plastic surgery, which we shouldn't have just done, because remember when Steve Martin showed up and It's Complicated and everyone was like,
correct.
You're right.
She should have rested on that one.
Yeah.
It's not all on her. Yeah, what?
No. I'm a little surprised because I thought you guys were laying the groundwork earlier for Meg Ryan's season 5 True Detective.
Oh, brother! No, can you imagine? Right. I don't want her to do that. I don't want her to do that because then everyone will hate it, and even if it's really good, everyone will be like.
And there was a lot of hate floating around that 4th one. I thought undeservedly.
A lot of misogyny.
I know, and I thought it was so good. So
it was men on the internet are cross that a franchise that previously had men in it now has women in the lead.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, Cathy's clearly picked her horse after she shot Chris down from the sky.
Mid-pitch.
Absolutely nuked
a little bit brutal. She's like, when they've been here before, Dominic, they're not intimidated by the pitching process. Because we do give them the power, but then they do take it by force. Like,
down with America was how it felt. I'm not going to lie.
We won't be coming on for a third time.
I know we're unpopular in that other hemisphere, but Jesus, let Chris live.
No, you guys are popular because all of our listeners loved you on the And Just Like That podcast, if that helps.
Oh, hooray.
Yeah, so many messages saying thanks for introducing us to Dom and Chris. So
great.
Am I back in the good books?
No, you were never not.
Good. Not. And they all then learned to listen to you.
Yes, you were right. I was like, you were like, name a third person. I was like, can't.
Yeah, to be fair. She did have you there.
We're a movie podcast and Dom's pitching us a movie.
I gotta say.
I wish that was intentional and calculated. It actually wasn't.
I think I'm gonna go with Chris's project because I personally
Cathy is shocked. She is agape right now.
She's like, "What are you doing?"
It was because I said I would fuck Russell Crowe over you.
Yes, this is how I get my pay.
This is retribution for that.
Yeah.
I think I am not interested in seeing her and Tom Hanks reunite again. Personally, Billy Crystal, maybe that might get me out of bed.
What if there was anal in the movie that I'm suggesting?
All right.
I'm the winner.
How many lesbian scenes?
I have one.
If you can get lesbian scenes for your dad and me.
There's a lesbian orgy house that's next door to Billy Crystal's new house. And they just always show up with food and there's just lesbians banging each other the whole time.
Well, now I'm back on it.
Can I build on Dominic's pitch? It's the exact same pitch, except it's Dennis Quaid and Russell Crowe.
Oh my God.
No, I hate
Then you see Dennis Quaid's butt.
Explodes. Oh, wow.
Times have changed. Times have changed. Some things have lowered. Yeah, I don't know if I want to see Dennis Quaid's butt today.
No.
If I have to bet on the original pitches, I'm sorry, but I have to go with Dominic. They're going to have to put to their patrons the time.
I want to watch Chris's show because I think that whole era needs reappraisal, and I think we need to, as a society, reckon with how we treated actresses in that era and right into the 90s.
I still think treated that way now, Dave, FYI.
No, didn't we fix society? Isn't it all fine now?
No.
Yeah, we're great again. Didn't you hear? Everything's wonderful. I think we should give this to the patrons. And I think it actually might be close because I think there are lots of Nancy Meyers rom-com, I love old actresses showing their titties and acting a fool in those sort of storylines. And I think that a lot of people love it. But I also think that Chris's ideas really appeal. I sort of want both of these things, but you got to pick one. So Chris, are we cool with opening it up to a vote?
I think we should do a vote. If they can't come to a consensus, then I think we have to do it. Put it up to a vote.
Would you guys have a physical fight over it? Is that an option? We've never offered that before.
We will. Very happy to.
You guys are Irish, so no one knows who's going to win a fist fight there. There's no sort of gender bias with that.
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will say, Dominic, though, I'd really want your movie to happen because that's so good.
And I really want answers about the face. I have to see. When I get the email, maybe I'll vote for you. Who knows?
Who knows?
Oh, that would be thrilling.
It's left up to a Patreon vote, I guess. So we'll have to reveal it next week. Cathy
Another
and Dave.
International whirlwind.
Yeah, a whirlwind. All right. Tell everyone about your podcast and where they can find you.
Well, we are married, if that wasn't already clear, although not for long now that
at the time of this recording, they were married, right?
Cathy's,
this is coming out in October.
Thirsting after Russell Crowe.
Anything could happen.
Yeah.
We have been recording our walks home from the movies for nearly 10 years. So if you want to listen to 10 years of marital bickering, Yeah. And birds chirping or people shouting at us or all the stuff that happens on a walk home. Then that's all available at the Cinemile is what it's called. We're a mile away from the cinema and that's where we go.
Perfect podcast idea, by the way. Perfect idea.
It really is.
I can't take the credit. Or if you want to hear Dominic and Chris talk about it and Just Like That, they are also on our feed. That happened really.
Well, whirlwind that was too.
Dave both came up with the podcast idea and named it the Cinemile, so I take no credit, sadly.
Yeah, but you are the funny one. The Guardian called Cathy especially hilarious, and she reminds me of that regularly.
Wow.
Etched on my gravestone.
Thank you for being with us. Dominic, where can people find you?
My website's domentary.com. My Instagram is Dominick Pupa. My TikTok is Domentary. You should go to the Fixing Famous People TikTok as well, if you like. It's sort of similar to the Instagram page, but if you have 10 seconds.
I go there. I like your TikTok.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Christopher.
Okay, so we have one follower.
We have literally one follower on the TikTok, and it's probably Cathy. But while we're here, can you all follow I know a lot of you follow our individual Instagrams. While you're clicking on our bi-weekly reels, can you also make sure that you follow me and Chris and Fixing Famous People? We would greatly appreciate it. Christopher, where can the listeners of our podcast find you on the World Wide Web?
You can find me at the DeRosa. You can find the show at Fixing Famous People, and you can find the Patreon at patreon.com/Fixing Famous People. I wish you all well, and as always, where's Shelley? Goodbye.